Good afternoon. Many of you remember the last trip you took before the COVID pandemic changed the entire world in ways big and small. Mine was in February 2020 to visit Milan, where I spent time with the visionary namesake of the RO Guiltless Plastic Prize, Rossana Orlandi, in her incredible gallery and exhibition space. It was the last time I traveled from my home in Doha, Qatar, where I have remained since. We may not know the full effects of the new world for years to come, but we know that as a global citizen, we are collectively changed forever. As I look back, I am encouraged by everyone's resilience and strength, and our abilities to think beyond the norm in order to keep moving forward. As I think about the experiences of the past year, I know that this knowledge can also be channeled into the pursuits of enhancing human progress. In understanding the issues at stake, we can break them down, assess them, and solve each part of the problem to shape a better outcome for our world. COVID-19 has also forced us to take stock of the ways in which we lived in the before times. During the past year, we shed so many habits and superficial desires in order to focus on what we actually need to survive and our priorities. We traveled less and in the process discovered our own backyards more. We consumed less and made more deliberate choices in what we purchased. With fewer people on the roads and in our cities, we delighted in the sound of nature. We reflected on how we might sustain this newfound outlook, and we understood that some things have to change. In other words, the before times no longer fits with our current reality. COVID-19 was a wake-up call to reevaluate our old habits and systems. It gives us an opportunity to think about designing new ways of thinking, building and creating, which is why I am with you here today. The notion of design goes beyond the aesthetics. It's a way of life, a way of thinking, and sustainable design has to make up the core component of our lives. As we reflect on our singular journeys on this planet, we each must think about the cost and consequences of the path we take, and the ways that we can innovate to enjoy the bounty of our world without causing irreparable harm. How do we do more with less? How do we use the gift of our minds to create new ways of living beyond the status quo? How do we encourage each other to create new ideas and new thought patterns that challenge the old ways of thinking? I speak to you all today from Qatar, a small but mighty nation that forms a natural peninsula. This means, like in other coastal nations, that the pollution collected on our seashores is not necessarily that of our own. It is also not an isolated problem. This situation is definitely not unique to Qatar. Every nation needs to take this plastic pollution seriously. It is killing our marine life, and it is also affecting the human population as we ingest plastic in our own diets. There are millions of tons of trash swirling through our global oceans. It is necessary for all of us to stop the harmful degradation that we are causing to our natural environment. Every Thursday for the last few months, I have journeyed to the outskirts of Doha, visiting our coastal heritage sites with my children, colleagues, and wonderful volunteers. These trips had two purposes. The first was to celebrate Qatar's rich history, and the second, more practically, was to physically clean the beaches that we have so terribly polluted. In our efforts to keep Qatar clean, I have been reflecting on finding solutions to the problems that we have created. It shocks me to know that the human race has become so complacent, allowing ourselves to throw our own garbage anywhere and everywhere. The things I have found dumped during our weekly cleanups, from dirty nappies, plastic bottles, light bulbs, camping material, and masks, have confounded me. At the same time, it gives me hope, great hope, that the youth have a powerful role to play. The committed volunteers who join me are young and determined to be saviors of our planet. The amount of direct messages I get on social media for them to come and participate brings me great joy and delight. I cannot imagine anyone disagreeing with the need to reduce, reuse, and recycle. Why would we go against what's best for us? Why would we directly harm our habitat and affect our quality of life? This makes no sense. I know every human being wants to be the best version of themselves. This means being responsible for how we behave and how our behavior affects others around us. Looking for alternative ways to do things is not that difficult if we pool our resources and minds together to find groundbreaking solutions to this global problem. Some have been found, and some initiatives are already revolutionizing the world. Now, how do we take this to the macro level? As museums are platforms for knowledge production and inspiring individuals to find solutions to enhance the quality of their lives, it gives me great pleasure to announce Qatar Museums' commitment to combine design excellence with environmental stewardship and sustainability in sponsoring the 2021 Raw Plastic Prize to create innovative solutions to the urgent global campaign to recycle and reuse plastic and other waste products. I am doubly excited that the winners will be exhibited in Qatar next year as part of our ever-growing commitment to sustainable programming. A commitment to sustainability and environmental education is nothing new for Qatar. Permanent exhibitions at the National Museum of Qatar offer dramatic and immersive introductions to the natural history of the Qatar Peninsula and the ways in which culture, heritage, and society have been shaped by human interaction with the natural world. A new special exhibition at the NMOQ, Seagrass Tales Dugong Trails, is designed especially for children and their families, educating them about the community of shy marine mammals that have lived off the coast of Qatar for more than 7,500 years and now is under the threat of extinction. In conjunction with the exhibition, QM is offering the sale of a limited edition dugong banquet chair made up of a herd of plush stuffed toy dugongs designed by Brazil's Estúdio Campana, with all proceeds earmarked for the preservation of marine life. In another recent commission, Qatari designer Wits Noise created the statement Bag It Abaya, using 327 single-use plastic bags collected and upcycled from cleanups on the outskirts of Doha. The bags were fused together to create a wearable fabric. Thinking about reduction of waste is becoming the norm for our young Qatari fashion designers, and it makes me very, very proud. Imagine what we can do when we are aware of the waste that we are producing. From the privacy of our homes to the public spaces we occupy, we can all be part of the solution to the reduction of waste. Today, on the occasion of announcing Qatar's sponsorship for the Raw Plastic Prize 2021, I am wearing another abaya made from 100% recyclable plastic bottles, the work of Seam Tailoring, using low-waste design and production methods. In making this conscious decision, I have diverted plastic away from landfills, oceans, and other natural environments. Choosing recycled rather than virgin polyester also means a 60% energy savings in the manufacturing process, including 30% reduction in carbon dioxide emissions and 94% in water consumption. As you know, the Raw Plastic Prize was dreamed up by my friend and collaborator, the groundbreaking gallerist, design diva, and critical future thinker, Rossana Orlandi. I have loved having the privilege to work with Rossana to support Doha's incredible creative economy. In fact, I am speaking to you all now from the townhouse Rossana designed for our exciting townhouse project in Msheireb downtown Doha, the world's newest and largest regenerative city. This amazing space is filled with beautiful furniture created from recyclable materials. But of course, I always feel and know that we must do more. Art and design are about more than just pictures on the wall of a museum or fancy furniture for a select few. They are disciplines that reveal the universality of the world's greatest issues and seek critical solutions to them. It's time that we come together to help drive this kind of transformation and sustainable change in all our fields of work in our daily lives. With Rossana's help and all of yours, Qatar Museums will take even more steps to ensure a sustainable future. Just by being here today, we all have taken that step into considering solutions to the problems we have created. Great achievements start with small steps in the right direction. Creativity inspires innovation, and while the problems at stake seem unsolvable, I have no doubt that in joining forces across the globe, we can overcome them. Imagine what we can accomplish if each one of us spent a small amount of his or her day cleaning up the mess we have created. Imagine what impact we can have if we committed to reuse and reduce our waste. If we created a universal protocol that can be applied to each one of us, imagine how fast can we support Mother Nature on her recovery. The mind is a powerful thing. I believe we can do this. Do you?